Gyan, titled as Polyoxometalates in Material Science, Technology and Medicine. It's being conducted in the Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, IISER, Kolkata. While Gyan, the acronym for Global Initiative on Academic Network, stands for knowledge in Sanskrit, it is an initiative by the Government of India to bring together the best and young minds of the nation to interact with each other as well as with the experts of academia and industry, and thus be motivated to work towards finding solutions for the problems of the country. In order to commence this academic interaction, I would request Professor Arun Mukherjee, Director of IISER Kolkata, to officially inaugurate the lecture series and share a few words about the Institute with all of us. Please, sir.
Science, Education and Research, Kolkata, and on my own, I welcome first the speaker, one of the participants coming from the US, Professor Craig Hill, and there I could see a lineup of a large number of speakers from Indian side and from abroad. But I am very, very frustrated to see that almost the room is almost empty. This is really, it's a very, very bad thing. When you will be learning, I don't know, but I would say better learn, otherwise it is very disturbing. I am not like that to a person has come. There should be jam-packed kind of people. Anyway, maybe it is beyond my control to change you people, but this is what my earnest request to all of you. Please learn to attend lectures by the experts, which you don't get the opportunity every other day. You may not care, but this is very important. That's why Government of India is pushing us to invite and to arrange this kind of lectures. If there are only few, even the speakers, the large number of people, I don't know how many people have come. This is not a very good sign. I am very unhappy for that. But I must say, I am very, very happy that Professor Craig Hill has come, at least the one who is here, and the students and the researchers, particularly the PhD students, undergraduate students, I guess. And I would thank Dr. Somojit Roy for taking the initiative, and also Professor Panigrahi and the chemistry head. But again, I will say, you should think, you should come to me, discuss million times, maybe billion times, and learn how to do this kind of things. I will tell you 10 billion times, but please next year, come to me, learn how to do it. Anyway, so this is, as Preeti has already said, that this is an initiative by Government of India, which is called Gyan Program, Global Initiative on Academic Network. The need also Preeti mentioned is that basically we try to do research, but research is international. Research is international means we try to do whatever we have learned in our life as a PhD student, as an undergraduate, postgraduate, and the PhD student, and after finishing our postdoc, we become faculty members. You will become faculty member one day, not today, you have to wait for a while. But the point is, science is very vast and also international. So more and more we interact amongst ourselves, across the institutes, across the country, then only knowledge horizon will widen out. Otherwise, in a narrow domain, publishing 1 or 2 papers or 3 papers have no impact in science. This is the way I look at science. Science is a very big thing. If some of us who have done, I still remember I started my PhD, I joined on 5th of September 1978. That was the day I became a PhD student. Then, you know, today, so many, many years. But still, when I look back, I think maybe I have done very, very little, almost insignificant research. And that is actually science. Because you should never be happy. You should always, your mindset should be to learn more and more and more and more every other day. And that is the way we can increase our knowledge domain, and we plan then to do quality science. When you do science, in my opinion, science could be of, in my opinion, research of 3 kinds. One is, one is called, all of us will know, curiosity-driven research. That means we study, we learn something, and then we try to do some research, thinking, research. Another one should be like the industry-driven or the need-driven research. and another could be societal driven research. Like this institute is located in India, in Bengal. So the local problems will be there, scientifically attack those problems with your capability and try to provide some amicable solution, whatever is possible. That is the way science expands in life. So I would hope that after some time this room will be having large number of participants and the speakers, and let us start the journey with, after some time Professor Craig will be giving his lecture, but I could see lined up large number of people from India, and I welcome all of them. On behalf of, as I said, Kolkata and on my own, it is a great pleasure to inaugurate this session. I'm thankful to all of them and Priti for giving me this opportunity to stand before you. You have not come here to learn from me. You have come here to hear him and the other speakers from India and abroad. I would suggest you only one thing. When someone gives a talk, you will try to understand, as simple as that. And he is a great researcher. You will know when he will be introduced, you will know. It's an outstanding career, and it is not a very easy job to get a person of his stature to come all the way from the United States to India, and that to Kolkata, and that to Mohanpur. This is a long way. Temperature difference, weather is very different. Very recently, in the first week of April, I was in San Francisco, so I know exactly, and all of us will know the people who visit. It's a huge difference, but it is the urge or the liking, involvement, attachment with science. Because of that, Professor Hill is right here. Attachment, whatever he has achieved in his life, learned in his life, contributed to the growth of science, he would like to share with all of us. With our knowledge, we interact with him. We get some sort of, the suggestions, advices, how to direct your research in the direction which will be helpful for your own research in the laboratory, will be helpful for this institute, and will be helpful for the country. That is the way these programs are. And Government of India is generous enough to give to you, this kind of projects. And IISER Kolkata has gotten a few of them. This is the first of its kind, so far chemistry is concerned. We started with earth sciences, then we had physics, now biology also, and now it is the chemistry, chemical sciences. So I wouldn't say anything. Please utilize the time Professor Hill will be with us, interact with him. More and more kind of things you learn from him. In the process, I will also learn from him. That is the way life is. So I wish you all the best. I expect this Gyan program and a short course on polyoxometalates, material science, technology, and medicine will be a great success. And when he goes back, we also know we got a great person to learn 100 things, and in the process, our knowledge domain should go high. With these words, I say, please enjoy the conference.
Our foreign faculty, Professor Craig Hill, with the momentum.
Pleasure having you here. And it's
Dean of International Relations and Outreach, as well as the Gyan Local Coordinator of IISER Kolkata, Professor Prashant K. to kindly tell us about Gyan and illuminate us with its aims and objectives. Please, sir.
Colleagues and students. So, as it has been already mentioned, the goal of Gyan program is to increase the footfall of internationally renowned scientists in our institutes of higher education, to interact with them, learn from them, both faculty and students, have lovely research, and try to solve problems which have some context to India, our own country. That you can see, that is one of the prime goals. Now, actually thanks to, I must say, Professor Mukherjee's initiative at repeatedly reminding that let's move forward, we have had so far 5 sanctions Gyan courses. First one was Earth Science, Professor James Jackson from Cambridge. I still remember a very beautiful book, he mentioned about the Orphan tsunami, that tectonic movements, earthquakes, this Fukushima, the earthquake in Japan, and it was so beautiful. So that's why when Professor Mukherjee says that people of this kind come here, please come and attend, because you will never get an opportunity to hear this kind of science which is from truly experts at international level. Then that was a very nice program. I remember almost all the talks. Then came Professor from University of Bristol, Professor Berry, Sir Michael Berry, well-known, renowned speaker, and he fortunately gave a couple of popular talks in our campus, one including Vijayasi. I downloaded those papers. A true scientist, starting from sunlight to glory to this rainbow, how it forms. He beautifully explained to the students, and stayed here, interacted with us. Then third one is Professor Bellerby, Arts and Environment, Carbon Dioxide, a person who was associated two institutes, one in New Zealand, one in China, Environment, Greenhouse Effect. Again, very, very beautiful talks of general kind, and at least 2 or 3 of them I was there, thoroughly enjoyable. Now has come Professor Healy is here, and you can see this has also a very broad kind of thing, has relevance to physics, chemistry, biology. So I am sure more people will come and enjoy and learn. And the next one is coming up from physical sciences, from Harvard, high pressure physics. If you would have kept track of newspaper, very recently it was pointed out that hydrogen under high pressure has become a metal. And it has been predicted a long time back, and this is the group leader who will be coming here. So next we have applied for more GAN programs, hopefully more people will be coming. But again, sincere request, please come in more in number, interact, take advantage and learn. With this, I will stop and hope that you will have enjoyed the time here. Thank you.
I would now request the Dean of Academic Affairs, Dr. Pradipta Purugayasthu, to tell us about the academic curriculum and course structure of ISO Kolkata. Please, sir.
Students, participants from outside, and all in this hall. So this is mainly for the external people who have visited ISO Kolkata for the first time. I would like to mention a few words about the academic processes that we follow here at ISO Kolkata. In brief, we have a 5-year integrated BSMS program and one integrated PhD program where students can do their BSc from outside universities and join our institute to do MS and PhD. Integrated program it is. And we have a separate PhD program where students can come from any part of the country and also abroad to join that program that takes place through interview. We select students from all over the globe through interview. Now this program, special program which is called GYAN, as it has been explained to you already, is to give you an opportunity to interact with stalwarts and renowned scientists from outside the country who visit the campus, who stay here for some days and hold short course lectures, and you participate that, gain knowledge, and then return back to share the knowledge with other people. With this small introduction about ISO Kolkata, I would like to ask organizers to continue this GYAN program so that time doesn't become a factor in front of you. And you will also go through one conference that will start from tomorrow and go for another day, which is overlapping with this GYAN program, which is for your benefit again. And hope you will have a nice time at ISO Kolkata. Thank you for participation.
Now I would request the course coordinator, Dr. Shambhujit Roy, to kindly elaborate on the scope of the course. Please, sir.
Good morning, everybody. So, first of all, thanks to Craig for being there and all the department colleagues and Professor Mukherjee, Professor Panigrahi, DCS Chair, Professor Khorai, Doa, Professor Pradipta Purugayasthu. So, I will not even go in the direction of giving an introduction to the entire students who are present here, especially about Craig. But what I will do is I will talk very technically on the scope of this course. The course that is this polyoxometalates in material science, technology and medicine. So you will hear a lot of polyoxometalates in the next few days, so from 8th till 17th. So what is it about? What polyoxometalates are? So if you look, for example, in the name, it means there will be many metals, many oxygen, and they will have the suffix -ate. That means that it has a negative charge in there. That is how classically polyoxometalates were defined. So you have clusters, those are negatively charged, having many metal centers, having many oxygen. And how they are formed, for instance. So you know metal oxides these are layered lattice structures, usually. So you have these layered lattice structures. So if you have these structures, then if you start controlling their protonation state, then you tend to optimize the interaction between these layers. They even can separate, and then if you push electrons in there, you change the valence center or valence state of the central metal ions. And that you know from your basic inorganic chemistry, which Craig will talk a lot about it, and others as well, that leads to the change of the topology of the entire molecular cluster, because you have change in the coordination number of the system. So this is how you have metal centers that act as reservoirs for electrons and also are able to withstand changes in the H+ ion or hydrogen ion concentration or proton concentration. That leads to the stabilization of these type of structures commonly known as polyoxometalates.